Okay, believe it or not, knowing your keyboard shortcuts inside and out and being very quick with them can actually make you appear to be more of an expert than you actually are. They can help you save time in front of an audience, in front of a classroom, in front of online learners. They can get you from one thing very quickly, from one place to another. They're very handy. So we're doing a quick video on keyboard shortcuts for our time-saving technology tips course. And we're also going to talk about Alt-Tab because it kind of made sense to put that into the same tutorial here. This is level beginner. This will be done within just a couple minutes here. And tips from the pros: most keyboard shortcuts are universal. Practice makes perfect. So the same kind of shortcuts that you use in Word and PowerPoint probably work in Adobe applications too, in a similar way. So be aware of that. First thing I'm going to direct you to, and when I do this, I'm going to use Alt-Tab on my keyboard. Right now, I'm inside a PowerPoint presentation, and the presentation is in viewer mode. Like, I'm going to jump right out of that without hitting escape and go right to our keyboard shortcut resource page, which is also linked from our course in our technology lab in Fanch Online, of course. So I'm not going to go through all this, but this is one place to go to get lots of information and really bulk up your background on keyboard shortcuts. There's a kind of a cool game that somebody created. It seems like a younger person, but it's still kind of neat. It's fun to play, and got a lot of other information in here. We're going to do one on screenshots as well just after this video. So please be aware of this resource there. And now I'm going to Alt-Tab around. See what Alt-Tab does? It opens up. I'm holding down the Alt key, and then I'm hitting the Tab key. Okay? And by doing this, I can choose anything that's open. Okay? I'm going to jump into Dreamweaver to show you something having to do with keyboard shortcuts, but I'm making this easier to manage by using Alt-Tab. Okay? Now we all know this exists because students used to do this, so when we came by their computer, we'd think they'd been working. Okay, obviously people know about Alt-Tab, but it doesn't seem like any of us use it enough. If you need to switch around back and forth quickly in a lecture and you're teaching with technology, you're teaching online, use Alt-Tab. You're going to save yourself a ton of time. And one of the other things I wanted to show you, in addition to Alt-Tab in here, is, well, number one, where to find all the information we put up about keyboard shortcuts, but additionally, how easy it is in menus to find the keyboard shortcut for a certain thing. Let's say I do something in Dreamweaver like close quite often. Control W. Let's say I close all a lot, where I have a bunch of files open, I want to close them all. Control Shift W. Okay? They're sitting right there next to the item in the menu. Most applications have something like that. And even with the ribbon now, if I jump over to a Microsoft application, if you sit right on the thing, it has the keyboard shortcut pop up. See it? Control F, find. And these are keyboard shortcuts that if you're in a browser and you Control F, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to ask you to find. So if I jumped into Explorer here, okay, and I went, I don't know, let's go to, London, Ontario.ca. City of London. There we go. Let's see if we can find something on. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff like within a city site, and some of them don't always have this search box. I want to find something having to do with garbage schedules or just schedules. You can Control F on your keyboard, type in schedule, and it will find any instance of that word on this page. And if you spell it correctly, it will actually work. So I don't see any schedule here. That's too bad. But then I notice the search box and I can use it. But you can see that'll work in any browser. Sometimes it comes up in the bottom, not the top. It depends on which browser you're using. I use Firefox and Safari as well. But these are all common keyboard shortcuts. And I've shown you in two different applications as you sit over tools that the key. See, that one doesn't have one, right? Replace does, Control H. When you sit over keyboard, when you sit over items or tools, even in the ribbon in a Microsoft application, the shortcut still comes up. And in Adobe apps or other similar apps, you can see, like, look at the edit menu, look at all those keyboard shortcuts, right? And these are all the same: Control V, Control X, Control C. We know those ones. And there's even more useful ones, and that's why we posted the page. And to show you, again, one of the best ones and one of my favorites, which is Alt-Tab, I thought we'd make a quick little tutorial on it for you. So that's it for this one, and we'll see you in the next video.